All right, we're here at Tara's Ed, and I cleared Avgi space. So, what was so hard about getting in and out of there? Now, maybe when I do this mission, something will change again. We'll see. Let's continue on this mission. I'm sure they're gonna be like, oh, we have to go back there, and then like, you know, it's gonna be like bad or something. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of strange. People were like, oh, you know, God, I can't figure out how to get out of here. But I didn't get the torch license, which I want. I want to see this engine. I mean, back in human space, no problem. The group is quiet as you set the Superior personal ship down on the landing pad. You notice Sora watching out a window as Darius looks into his hands. As for Leon, he has been ready to leave even before you've hit the atmosphere, pacing near the hatch until the moment you open it. I'm going to get some fresh air, says Sora, stepping in front of an outraged Leon out of nowhere. A reluctant Darius dragged along with her. We'll be in the spaceport, so try not to leave without us. Leon, consigned to being the last one out, stops just before he leaves the Superior personal ship, turning to you. Aaron, thank you. He's uncharacteristically somber, his usual sense of disdain for the world missing for the moment. Don't worry about it. No, really. I was expecting to die back there with those Avgi. 6 years. I don't know how to thank you. But if you're ever in the area and you need anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. With that, he shakes your hand and sets off in the direction Sora and Darius went, towards Vinci's spaceport. Remember to meet Darius and Sora in the spaceport before you leave Vinci. It's like, no, bye. Alright. Yep. Spaceport. You find Darius and Sora sitting outside a cafe, sipping coffee. Been a long time since we had a good cup, explains Sora, pulling a chair out for you. What? No coffee in Avgi space, you joke? Nah. But you should try their drink sometime. Man, there's something else. There's nothing like being back, though, Darius says, quiet as he takes in the bustling spaceport around you. It's hard to believe I'm really here. Harder to understand why it was that I made it out of here, why I made it out of there when so many who followed me didn't. Oh, stop that, Sora swats the back of his head. You're not the first to make a wrong turn into a bad neighborhood. Remember the story about your wife? Her tone is playful, but you can see the look of worry in her eyes at the evident guilt Darius feels. Darius shakes his head, then continues. We should get you home. Your parents probably still have that farm. It's been in the family for years. It's not too far from here, right? A pause. Then Sora says, memory. I haven't been there in years, but I guess my apartment is definitely gone, so I have nowhere else to go for now. Let's get to it then, Aaron. Could you take us to memory? Of course. I'm in. Let's go to memory. Keep fingers clear of Grinder. Boom. So that was interesting, the jump drive thing. So not only does the jump drive shrink, it gets bigger too. Memory is a dry world covered in sands and shrubland. From the spaceport, the three of you catch a shuttle bus that heads out into the countryside, passing miles of cacti and dry plants that abruptly turn into greener fields of crops, probably irrigated by aquifers. It is one of these farms you finally arrive at. The one Sora says belongs to her parents. Traffic must be rare here, because only a few minutes after the bus stops, the door to the well-maintained farmhouse opens and a middle-aged couple peering out. Sora, is that you? The older woman calls out while the man gapes in silence. Eyes shining, Sora gives you and Darius a crushing hug before she leaves you. Thank you, Aaron and Darius. She gives him a stern look. I'll be in touch. Don't be so hard on yourself. He nods mutely as she turns and runs towards the house. You don't want to interrupt the reunion, so you and Darius take your leave together. Returning to the spaceport back aboard the Superior personal ship, you sit in comfortable silence for a while. So, where do you want me to take you? I don't know. My wife, Katrina, we lived in Valhalla, but it's been 6 years. She probably thought I was dead. Hell, the whole Republic probably thought I was dead. He chokes up, she's probably moved on by now. I would have wanted her to. She knew that. You have to find out one way or another. Let's go to Valhalla. I'm not going to do this. Like, oh, I'm sure she's been waiting for you. It's like, well, that sucks. Let's just go to Valhalla. I don't know if I could face the truth. But I also can't just go my own way without even checking on her, just in case there's a chance she didn't give up on me. Daria rubs his eyes. Thank you, Aaron. I hope I'm wrong. Let's go to Valhalla. My goodness. Boy, you'd think the Remnant would have visited the Avgi too. Because, you know, the Remnant has, like, jump drives from the Korath. You land in Valhalla's main spaceport, and Darius practically jumps out of your ship before it can even touch down. A quick call for an automated taxi, and you soon find yourselves outside an expansive, fancy-looking apartment complex. Our old address, he explains. We were still renting, but we were looking at buying our apartment in a few years. You knock on the door to the right apartment, but it is answered by a tall man with black hair. Hello, can I help you? He asks cautiously. Darius looks crushed. Is there a Katrina here? Katrina? Can't say I've met anyone with that name in 5 years I've lived here. Is it a friend of yours? Darius looks morose as he turns away. Yes, I'm sorry for troubling you. We'll be on our way. Don't give up. She probably just moved or something. Or we could try looking her information up. That seems the same, yeah. Yes, we'll try the record books, because they have books. We can check them at the library. What? A short trip to the library later, and you sit at a table while Darius checks the public records. He scrolls down a list of names and addresses before stopping at a single name. Katrina. Caldwell. Our name. Hope is plainly visible on his face. She kept our name, at least. You glance over at the address, taking note of it. It looks like it's further out of the city. Let's try the address. We could still make it there by tonight, we say. The address appears to be out in the country, and you take in the view as the taxi smoothly glides along the roads. Unlike on memory, the landscape here is lush and green with rolling hills, abundant forests, and rushing streams. You find that the address belongs to a cozy-looking riverfront house, a large garden visible next to it. Darius has never looked so nervous in his life, you know, the few days or weeks that I've known him. But you give him a gentle shove towards the door. His knocking is unanswered, and his face starts to once more slip into despair, but you hear a voice from the garden. Darius, is that you? A woman with graying hair steps onto the porch, eyes shining. You're back! I knew you were alive, she cries out, rushing to embrace him. The two begin speaking faster than you can follow as you hang back somewhat awkwardly. After a few minutes, you try to excuse yourself, but Darius won't have it. No. I owe this all to you, Aaron. You're the only reason I'm here. Katrina looks at you curiously. Aliens, huh? You don't look like an alien. Here's a joke. Yeah, these skin suits are pretty good. It's like, nah, that's because I'm not. She bursts out laughing. I wouldn't believe it if anyone else had told me. I mean, men come up here with all sorts of excuses for coming home late. But this is something else. Her tone suddenly turns serious. It'll be a headache working all this out with the government. They gave me money for this place as a recompense for your supposed death, no matter how much I insisted you were still alive. We'll work it out. They owe me back pay anyway, jokes Darius, still in Katrina's arms. As the pair moves to the door, you say your goodbyes, and Darius promises he will keep in touch with you about the Avgi. Neither of you have forgotten the aliens fighting to survive at the edge of the galaxy, and now you know of a safe way in and out of their space. You can go back without fear of becoming trapped. Great. Okay. Whoa. Spaceport, okay. As you take a break after a long journey and longer feeling landing procedure, I guess this was like, whatever. You notice a group of people enter the pub where you're sitting, streaming in from the conference complex across the street. They vary in age, dress, and accent. Most of them have an identical badge dangling from a lanyard around their necks. You notice one badge that's been dropped on the floor reading, Attendee 35th Annual Pan-Galactic Conference on Interstellar Microbiogenomics and Population Dynamics. The group takes their seats at a long table near you. I'm going to order a meal and listen to the conversation, because that's how you find out stuff. Fragments of the conversation make their way to you through the din of the pub. Din? One of the two younger attendees are looking a bit nervous. I'm so glad to have my presentation over with. I was so worried about having to present on the first day, but now I could finally just relax and actually listen to the other talks. Oh, definitely. I probably shouldn't even be here. I should be rehearsing. Oh, waiter, another beer, please. Got your slide deck ready for tomorrow? Slide deck, wow. Yeah, but I'm still terrified. I hate public speaking. Don't worry. You know more about your particular area of expertise than they do. You'll be fine once you're on stage, and besides, graduate school is one giant exercise in public speaking. Comfort comes with practice. Another scientist is rolling his eyes after a post-mortem of today's events. Is there some law I don't know about that requires every question to start with, I guess this isn't so much as a question as a comment? An exasperated academic is speaking emphatically to her friend about what you infer to be in the presentation they both heard earlier. I don't think the nucleotide evidence supports their hypothesis at all. Like, I know the proteomic data could be used to support their conclusion, but they're ignoring synonymous mutations. Oh my God, we're still ordering. The group's conversation grows louder by virtue of both passion for the subject as well as the influence of a few drinks. Look, the analysis might be fine, but if they can't even be bothered to provide the version numbers for their analytical software, then it isn't reproducible. That's an automatic reject from me. One person is looking slightly shell-shocked after considering what might have been. I read that wrong. After considering what might have been. Can you believe my computer crashed right before I had to present? Good thing I have backups. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And you're always supposed to have 3 backups too. 2 backups. One there, 1 backup, and then 1 offsite backup. A group seems to be discussing some other colleagues in the field who are presumably not present this evening. Singh and Esterhazy are such an arrogant jerks. Their work is okay, I guess, but not enough to justify their wannabe rock star personalities. Sure, but they aren't just arrogant jerks. They're charismatic arrogant jerks. Charisma attracts good grad students to their lab who produce good papers, who they put their name on. It's a positive feedback loop. Grant applications seem to be a common subject. The Republic Medical Research Agency said my work is too theoretical, but the University of Chiron Department of Microbiology says it's too applied. That's a conundrum, all right. Maybe we could find some funding from industry. The syndicate might be interested in your work. Yeah, but I'm not sure yet if I'm willing to give up my academic freedom. Oh, finish up my own pace. 2 attendees compared gripes about job demands. Teaching sucks. Between class hours, office hours, and preparing lectures, there's hardly any time for research. That's funny. Teaching undergrads is one respite from my grant writing. A social but exhausted-looking man is sitting back in his chair. These conferences only last 3 or 4 days, but it always feels like it ages you a year. You leave after finishing your meal, reflecting on having overheard a slice of life very different from your own. See, that kind of stuff is very, very interesting and fun for this type of game. Putting a little bit of lore in there, a little bit of background for things. Anyway, let's get out of here and let's go back to the Avgi. Or not, I guess. So by the way, if you're watching this, tell me like why this was hard. Or like I'm confused. I'm also very confused about that. Was it this system? I'm going to go like do that jump drive thing again. This is how I got there, right? Maybe if you went there a different way, it would have been confusing. But I mean, I got them out of there, so I don't know, like, you know, feel free to leave me a comment on this one, because like, it didn't seem that daunting to get out of Avgi space. I mean, again, maybe when we go back there, things change, we'll see. But this didn't seem that hard to me. Again, maybe I'm confused. Okay, we're back. Yeah, we're back in the Avgi space. Okay, that's good. Anyway, let's go here and see about this jump drive things. A lot of whatever those things are. Alright, so my shields are going down pretty quickly. Alright, so what is this thing? Look at this. Oh, it's like pushing me away. It's a magnetar. That's weird. Very cool, though. Look at my shields. They're about to die. So let's get out of here. So look at this. I can go all the way over here. So we'll go over here. Ooh, that ship is ships are getting a little toasty. Alright, they're regaining some shields. That's good. Let's just go investigate what we got over here in Avgi space. What's that? There's another magnet. Is it a pulsar, I guess? Oh, I can't get there. Can't get to Nook either. Nunky. Yeah, whatever. No thanks. Had enough. Oh, this is an Avgi planet. It says Avgi. Alright, I don't know what's going on with the planet here, though. It says Avgi, it doesn't say uninhabited. As you attempt to land, your sensors warn you of an approaching pod of aberrant over the horizon, intent on destroying anything that approaches or tries to launch from Mabatham. It seems you have to fight if you want to land here. Alright, fine. Oh, all my ships got re-healed, so that's good. God. A lot of ships. Oh, nice. We'll just kill them all. Kill these people. Kill them all. Pretty strong though. Oh my God. Keep coming in. Kill. 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 Killed them. Oh my God, I'm not sure, like, did we kill them all? Did we need to? I'm not sure. Pretty sure we did. I mean, whatever, let's see. I mean, they just keep coming now. Okay, good. With the area cleared of aberrant, you manage to slip through the blockade and land on Mabatham. Okay. Great. Okay, my jump drive is picked up again. Alright, what do we got here? Like uninhabited. There's like stuff, so this must be their old territories? There's a spaceport here too. Alright, well we're gonna continue to check out this area.